Hi everyone, this is our new Z-45 outlet. The cable will exit at a 45-degree angle sideways, either out to the top right or the bottom left. And I'm going to show you a termination with a shielded Category 6A cable today. So we have the outlet body, the lacing or termination module, the rear cover, and then you get a tie wrap as well. This is the termination tool. This makes termination a little easier because the termination lacing module is so small, as you can see. This tool has multiple functions, and one of them is to hold this lacing module like so. So this is keyed. It won't go in very easily the wrong way. Insert it into the module and you're ready to go here. So let me prep this cable. So you want to take off about 2.5 inches. That works the best. Any strip tool will work. The foil layer you want to fold back on top of the jacket like so. Drain wire in this case gets folded back. I'll show you what to do with that in a moment. Remove the mylar layer and the center separator. Just be careful not to nick the conductors. Now, anyone that's familiar with our Z-Max outlets, lacing is identical to that. Wire scheme options, as you can see, are listed both on the bottom of the module and on the tool handle itself. But the arrangement is identical to our Z-Max series. So I'll do the B scheme today for you. So brown, blue, green, then orange. Okay, so the jacket edge should butt up against this rib here in the tool handle. That will give you the measurement required to the point of termination. So let me lace this here for you. White conductor, if you're right-handed like me, will be to the left or away from you from this point of view. So as far as the pair untwist, as you can see, in some cases I have the pair twist pretty high here. That should still work fine. It's okay to have no twist like this brown one. You're still well within, recommended distance for your first twist. So with the bigger cable, if you're using 22 gauge, I probably wouldn't recommend having that first twist so high. So in that case, you may want to untwist that one more time and lace in like this. That'll make termination a little easier. So once that's laced in, you can remove the module by either pushing up on the cable, or you can grab the back end. Just be careful the conductors do not pop out on you. Flush cutters at this point are recommended. I wouldn't recommend using electrician scissors, but if you cut fairly flush with the scissors, that should work as well, but it's best to have a pair of these diagonal cutters or flush cutters on hand. Okay, at this point, you're going to use the termination tool. So it works best if you load your outlet body into the tool like so. There's keying features on both sides of the lacing module. Two different shapes. I don't know if you can see it too well, but there's a kind of a rectangle shape here, and then a kind of a V groove here. So it is key to only go in one way, but you could force it in the wrong way. But just remember, when your outlet's loaded into the tool, your conductor side or your cables, your conductor should always be on the upper side. So just start this into the back of the module, and then rotate your handle so that you can depress your outlet flush against the base. Make sure that's flush before you do your termination, so you're just compressing the rear cap into place by depressing the handle like so. And now you've got your termination done. So your lacing module should be flush. That way you know you have a good termination. Now at this point you decide, okay, which way do I want my cable to exit? If your thumb latch side is down, which is what we recommend, so your contacts should be up so you don't get dust settling on them. So if you're mounting this into a face plate, that's your typical orientation for a flat mount. So you can either have your cable exit top right or bottom left, like so. You just need to decide ahead of time. Okay, so get your cable oriented accordingly. Take your rear cover. This will snap on either direction, but this is the cable exit side. So orient that accordingly. Make sure your cable is roughly in the right position. Start your cap, press that into place. And then now you take your drain wire. It works best now to wrap this drain wire at this point. Either direction. Sometimes it's easier to go one way versus the other, but ideally you want to wrap it whichever way makes more sense to you, depending on where the drain wire is coming out. Now notice I threaded it through the opening of the outlet body. That's very important. So wrap that around into the same spot where the tie wrap is going to go. Oops. Okay. Make sure that's in the same exact location and laying flat as best you can before you insert your tie wrap. Your tie wrap is going to compress that against the cover and the body to give you the best transfer impedance for your ground path. And you do want to cinch this down as tight as you can with your fingers, with your hand. You can position the knot of that tie wrap anywhere you want. It's usually out of the way on this side, but it's up to you. Cut off your excess. And you're ready to install. So it is important to have that drain wire captured, with the tie wrap, like so. Okay, so removal, you can re-terminate this up to 4 or 5 times. You will need an extra tie wrap though, so just cut off your tie wrap. You can take a small screwdriver to wedge it into the slot here to pry that cover off. Unravel your foil, or in that case it broke off, but now you're just pulling this apart. There's no latching feature like you may have seen with our Z-Max. So if you can grab this with your fingers tight enough, you can pull that fairly easily. Oops, in this case the cable's so short it pulled down on me, but you get the idea. Now if you're having trouble holding on to this, there is a feature in the tool. It's hard to see, but there's a little ridge here on the leading edge of the tool. There's also some features on the handle that are designed to accept the module to give you some leverage. So you would insert it into the tool like so. You're not using this piece in the middle. That's just laying flat. You're just resting it right on top like this. Okay. So it fits together kind of like a puzzle piece. That'll grab the outlet, give you some leverage to hold on to this, and then you can kind of work this out. Comes out fairly easily, so most cases you won't need the tool, but so that's how you remove that for reterminations. Okay. Any questions? Look us up, Seaman.com, and I'll call our tech support line. We'd be glad to help you out.